Yeah, there you go.
Amen to that, right? Well, that was Amen by 19-time Stellar Award-winning gospel music artist, Pastor Mike Jr., also known as PMJ.
Hey, he joined us this morning to talk about some new music. Great to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
We just heard a little bit of song right there,
Yeah.
Amen, right?
Yeah.
So it's a word that you hear often. What inspired that song and so many that we're hearing?
I try my best to always give people hope, give them in the midst of difficult, arduous seasons. What can I say in 3 minutes that'll be a mantra for the year? And for me, it's a declaration. When I'm up, when I'm down, when I'm winning, when I'm losing, God, I'm going to trust you. So I was raised down south in an old school Baptist church. And in our church, whenever the preacher said something you like, you shouted back, Amen. So I just thought it'd be a fun way to put a new spin on a classic song.
Nice.
Wow. Well, your message is resonating with a lot of folks. 19 Stellar Awards.
That's right.
Holy cow, no pun intended, but holy cow, right?
Amen.
Right? So would you have ever imagined, though, that you would end up like this?
Man, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, right? So the moment we become of conscience, they tell us if you're going to make it, you got to leave. And so for us, man, in Birmingham, I was making music that I thought at best my mom would say, hear my baby music.
Yeah.
So to win 19 Stellar Awards, a Dove Award, it's a dream come true, not just for me, but it's for the people who walk with me. That's why when we show up places, they say, y'all are so deep.
Yeah.
It's because I realize if you have a great heart, when you win, everybody wins.
Yeah.
So for us, it gave my producers a chance to go to another level, my
Right.
photographers. And Birmingham's a small city, so after I won my Stellar Award, you would have thought I won a national championship. They had the airport shut down. It was on billboards all over the city. So in Alabama, it's me, Nick Saban, and we're going to keep winning championships.
Yeah, there
We'll
you
be
go.
back.
Of course. And your mom, you mentioned your mom just now.
Yeah.
And she never had a chance to record music.
Yeah.
But you got to collaborate with her.
So my mom was one of those mothers who always put her family before anything. So she would sing at church and sing at revivals. She would always say stuff like, one day I'm going to record a song.
Yeah.
But when she was coming up, it was so expensive to do. So on my last project, I called her to the studio. I said, come over here for a minute. She walked in, and I had her sing a song with me. And she doesn't know how to be professional. She in there screaming and crying and shouting. I'm like, Mom, you got to be professional now. But it meant the world to me. I've always wanted I never wanted my parents' last image of me to be the problem child they saw in school. 'Cause I was class clown. I was bad.
Yeah,
You
I'm
so
with you.
for her to see me now and be like, baby, I'm so proud of you,
Yeah.
it just means the world to me.
I was just going to say, what does she think of all of this? Your fame, your awards.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to tell the truth.
Okay.
She says, I'm so proud of you, but then she told me something this morning that almost made me mad, so I'm going to tell on her.
Okay.
She said, you look so much better on TV. You don't look like that in person. So it'd be your own mama sometime. But no, I love her so much. She just had surgery to get over some issues she was having.
How's she
So
doing?
I love you, Mom. So
She doing
proud
okay?
of you. Oh, she's doing much
Good.
better. Yeah.
Amen to
Yeah.
that.
And besides the music, you're also the pastor of Rock City Church, right?
That's right.
In Birmingham.
Yeah.
And so talk to us a little bit about what motivated you to kind of become the pastor of that church.
Imagine being 25 years old and all you see is people your age dying senselessly. I come from a family that has always been called by God. My grandfather was the last person to see Dr. Martin Luther King alive in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Dr. King wouldn't move without my granddaddy. So I grew up reading handwritten notes between him and Shuttlesworth and Abernathy. And at 25, I felt God calling me to do something. My father gave me his blessing. I went into an empty room and put out 2,000 chairs. I felt like the Lord was calling me to do something big, and 12 people showed up. And so from that day, 2009, it was 10 of us. And 2010, it was like 1,800. 2011, it's 10,000 people. I don't know who I am as a man, let alone somebody's pastor. But I just made God a promise that I will always seek him first. And now, man, from New York to Atlanta to Birmingham to D.C. to California, people are saying, we are Rock City. And I think it's a mantra that people are looking for hope without pretense.
Right.
So many people are pregnant with vision, but sometimes it may be miscarried by lack, or they got $1 million dream on a $100 budget. There are two types of people. You got travel agents and tour guides. A travel agent will book you a trip to a place they're not going. but a tour guide will go in the jungle with you. So I just said if I remain a tour guide and get in situations with individuals, it'll give them hope. And God's been blessing the church.
Whoa.
Look at you.
Come on now.
I mean, come on.
You didn't
Take
say
us to
amen. I
church,
need an amen
man.
now.
Amen. Where do you see Rock City going from here then? Because if you started with 12 people,
Yeah.
now where are you setting? It's like 10,000?
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe like 80,000 worldwide now.
You
We
might
can't-
fill a stadium one day.
I believe what God is doing right now is revival, and not revival in the sense of everybody's coming to the city for this gigantic service.
Yeah.
But you're seeing personal transformation. I had a young guy. You jump in there.
No, go ahead.
I had a young guy tell me the other day. He said, "Pastor, I didn't do church. I thought it was corny." He said, "But seeing how you dress and seeing how you talk, I understood it. Now I'm studying more," and that's what I think God is doing
Well,
right
that's
now.
where I was going
Wow.
with the fact that you're drawing in youth
Yeah.
and young people, which is unheard of, really,
That's right.
in the religious world, right?
Absolutely.
So what's the secret sauce to bringing in the younger generation?
Yeah, I think number one, of course, you have to say the favor of God. But I think, too, it's just the way you communicate with them. The greatest blessing God gave me was my top 3 sons. I have 5 kids.
Okay.
So my top 3, 18, 17, 16, the blessing was one of them is an introvert, one of them is on the spectrum of autism, he has Asperger's, and one of them is the life of the party. Learning how to lead them taught me how to communicate to their generation. And I believe right now they're just looking for somebody to say, hey, I was you. I was a class clown. I messed up, but here's what God did. And so my goal over the next 5 years is to be America's youth pastor. You know, I want parents across the country to be like, hey, you may not come to church with me, but look at him. And so on TikTok, I looked up yesterday, and it's close to 2 million followers now on TikTok.
Wow.
And they're watching the messages, and I think if we can do that, we can help save this next generation that seems to be going astray.
Gotcha.
Wow, you are something else.
I
Yeah,
received
really.
that.
Oh, how blessed we are to have you
Yeah,
here
yeah.
today. So glad you were here. Where can folks hear you, see you? I mean, we're in the city here in New York, but how can folks reach out to you?
Oh, if you're watching right now, you can watch on YouTube, on Rock City TV. Follow me on all social media platforms, at Pastor Mike Jr. And if I could leave you with a quick word, there was a man on the 10th floor of a building. Floors 1 through 9 were engulfed in flames. He looked out the window and the fire department yelled, "Jump." That man died in the fire because, like so many of us, he was afraid of the problem, which was the fire, and jumping, which is the solution. I believe in 2025, you can be all God called you to be, but it's going to take you having the faith to jump. I trust he'll catch you.
Ooh, okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Come on back. When are you coming back to New York?
Anytime. You
Come
let
on
me
You
back,
need to
okay?
sing next time.
Yeah,
You
that'd
need to
be
sing
good.
his brand new single, Amen. It's available now wherever music is sold, and it's also streaming. All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you
Great
so
to see
much.
you.
Yeah.